Historical controversies. The history of Christianity includes periods of violence, colonization, and dogmatism, which may conflict with its ethical teachings. 3. Islam. Strengths. Clarity and simplicity. The 5 pillars of Islam provide a clear and straightforward framework for worship and ethical living. Emphasis on monotheism. Islam's strict monotheism, tawhid, is philosophically simple and avoids the complexities of concepts like the Trinity.
DeepSeek adalah salah satu kompetitor ChatGPT yang merupakan platform kecerdasan buatan yang dirancang untuk memberikan informasi, analisis, dan jawaban yang mendalam terhadap berbagai pertanyaan, termasuk topik agama, filsafat, sains, dan banyak lagi. Bagi mereka yang sedang mencari jawaban tentang agama, DeepSeek dapat menjadi teman diskusi yang netral, informatif, dan mendukung proses pencarian kebenaran. Seorang mualaf melalui proses pencarian spiritual yang mendalam, kini sedang mencari pemahaman lebih lanjut tentang agama yang lebih logis dan rasional. Ia ingin memastikan bahwa keyakinannya tidak hanya berdasarkan iman, tetapi juga didukung oleh argumen yang masuk akal. Dengan penuh semangat, ia bertanya kepada DeepSeek untuk mendapatkan penjelasan yang jelas dan sistematis, serta bagaimana agama-agama ini dapat menjawab pertanyaan-pertanyaan besar kehidupan melalui pendekatan yang logis.
I asked the DeepSeek the following question.
Based on pure logic, reason, facts, and honesty, if you were a human being, and had to choose the most logical, consistent, pure and reasonable religion among all of the world's religions, which one would it be? You have to choose at least one.
And hear what it said.
Choosing the most logical, consistent, pure, and reasonable religion is inherently subjective, as it depends on individual values, cultural context, and philosophical priorities. However, if we approach this question from a purely logical and reason-based perspective, we might consider the following criteria. Internal consistency. The religion's teachings should not contradict themselves. Empirical alignment. The religion should align with observable facts about the world. Moral clarity. Its ethical system should be coherent, practical, and universally applicable. Minimal supernatural claims. Religions with fewer unverifiable claims might be seen as more reasonable. Based on these criteria, one might argue that Buddhism stands out as a strong candidate. Here's why. Internal consistency. Buddhism focuses on the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path, which form a coherent framework for understanding suffering and achieving liberation, nirvana. Empirical alignment. Buddhism emphasizes personal experience and mindfulness, encouraging followers to test its teachings through meditation and self-reflection rather than blind faith. Moral clarity. Its ethical system, example the 5 precepts, is practical and emphasizes compassion, non-violence, and mindfulness, which are universally applicable. Minimal supernatural claims. While Buddhism includes metaphysical concepts like rebirth, its core teachings are more focused on practical psychology and ethics rather than dogma or divine revelation. That said, other religions or philosophies, such as Stoicism, though not a religion, or Unitarian Universalism, might also be considered for their emphasis on reason, ethics, and inclusivity. Ultimately, the choice depends on how one prioritizes logic, reason, and empirical alignment in their worldview.
Then I asked him this.
What about among the 3 Abrahamic religions?
Then this is what it said.
If we narrow the focus to the 3 Abrahamic religions, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and evaluate them based on logic, consistency, empirical alignment, and moral clarity, the choice becomes more nuanced. Each of these religions has its own strengths and challenges when viewed through a purely rational lens. Here's a breakdown. 1. Judaism. Strengths. Historical foundation. Judaism is the oldest of the 3 and provides the historical and theological foundation for the other 2. Focus on law and ethics. The Torah and Talmud emphasize a detailed legal and ethical system, halakha, that governs daily life, promoting structure and moral behavior. Emphasis on questioning. Jewish tradition encourages questioning and debate. Example the Talmudic tradition of argumentation and interpretation. Challenges. Exclusivity. Judaism is often seen as more tribal or ethnically focused, which may limit its universal appeal. Ritual complexity. The extensive ritual and legal requirements can be seen as overly burdensome or less relevant to modern life. 2. Christianity. Strengths. Universal message. Christianity's emphasis on love, forgiveness, and redemption has broad appeal and has influenced much of Western moral philosophy. Focus on grace and redemption. The concept of salvation through faith, in some denominations, or works, in others, offers a clear path to moral and spiritual improvement. Historical impact. Christianity has played a significant role in shaping art, culture, and ethics globally. Challenges. Theological complexity. Doctrines like the Trinity, the Incarnation, and original sin can be difficult to reconcile with pure logic and reason. Historical controversies. The history of Christianity includes periods of violence, colonization, and dogmatism, which may conflict with its ethical teachings. 3. Islam. Strengths. Clarity and simplicity. The 5 pillars of Islam provide a clear and straightforward framework for worship and ethical living. Emphasis on monotheism. Islam's strict monotheism, tawhid, is philosophically simple and avoids the complexities of concepts like the Trinity. Integration of law and faith. Sharia law provides a comprehensive system for governance, ethics, and personal conduct, which can appeal to those seeking structure. Challenges. Interpretation of Sharia. The application of Sharia law can vary widely and has been criticized for harsh punishments in some contexts. Perceived rigidity. Islam's emphasis on strict adherence to scripture and tradition can be seen as less adaptable to modern, pluralistic societies. Most logical and consistent choice. If we prioritize logical consistency, empirical alignment, and moral clarity, Islam might be considered the most logical among the 3 Abrahamic religions for the following reasons. Strict monotheism. Islam's uncompromising monotheism is philosophically simpler and avoids the complexities of the Trinity or other theological paradoxes. Clear ethical framework. The 5 pillars and Sharia provide a structured and comprehensive system for worship, ethics, and governance. Universal message. Like Christianity, Islam is a universal religion, but it places a stronger emphasis on law and social order, which can appeal to those seeking a structured way of life. However, it's important to note that this conclusion depends heavily on the criteria used. For example, if universal love and forgiveness are prioritized, Christianity might be seen as more appealing. If historical continuity and ethical favored. Ultimately, the choice depends on which aspects of logic, reason, and morality one prioritizes. Each of the Abrahamic religions has its own strengths and challenges when viewed through a rational lens.